For the last few weeks, I've been thinking a lot about time, how to spend it, why and when do I have it, and where it goes when it's gone. I'm in the tail end of my last fall semester as a college student ever right now. The last time I'll watch the leaves on the trees turn as a wide-eyed undergraduate, and the last time I'll feel the air get colder and the days get shorter from the odd comfort and disquiet of a dorm room. I'll leave Williamstown for the last time next spring, even though it feels like I've just gotten here. So, to commemorate my temporal crisis, I sought refuge in a place that has undergone its own awkward, contradictory, and astonishing change through time: the Spruces. The Spruces is a park that can be found along Route 2 between Williamstown and North Adams, or from the bike path I'm traveling now. The entrance to the park is flanked by two white lion statues on high pedestals. If you turn and travel down that dirt road, you'll soon find yourself immersed in what is obviously the grid of an old neighborhood. Everything was clearly abandoned and razed in the not-so-distant past. The land used to be a mobile home park called the Spruces, created as a retirement community in 1954 by eccentric millionaire Albert Bashand. It was Bashand who created the white lion statues that sit at the entrance of the park, as well as other features that once existed there, like a 102-foot-long covered bridge, a windmill, and a lighthouse. The municipality of Williamstown condemned the community after the Hoosick River, which flows behind it, overflowed its banks during Tropical Storm Irene. The waters destroyed all 226 homes, and the town turned the land into an odd park that hasn't shaken off the essences of its former inhabitants. Perhaps the best memorials to the personalities of this ghosted neighborhood's former residents are the trees they left behind: a Japanese red maple here, or a cypress there. On one former plot, vibrant yellows and greens erupt from the surrounding foliage, and across the former street stands even brighter reds and oranges. The scattered trees continue to grow among the grass and cricket-filled wildflower patches, which are steadily overtaking the land. Memorials to the flooded community now stand side by side with signs advertising pollinator gardens. Spruce trees, the land's namesake, can have a lifespan of over 600 years, but they failed to tell me anything about what went on here just a decade ago. The Spruces, to me and any other Williams student currently enrolled, is a park, with some benches, bike paths, and a dirt parking lot. But for long before that, the Spruces was an address. Former residents found not just solitude and sunshine here, but their kitchen table, couches, and beds. I'll never get to see the Spruces as this town knew it for so long. So little is left of the neighborhood, and the community has seemed to move on. Walking through the Spruces, I felt just as temporally out of place as the history of the space. Time came and went for these former homes. The land was renewed, and a new story was written. The same will happen to me next spring when I leave Williams. The campus will stay running, and new students will fill my spot. On the bike ride back to campus, I passed by Cole Field, where I'd set up my telescope during my freshman year to stargaze by myself. I'd situate myself near the sycamore tree, point my lens above the power lines, and hope for the best. I haven't been back to that spot in years. My story there is all but obscured, resigned, like so much else, to the hallowed halls of my memory and a few pictures in my camera roll. That space under the sycamore meant so much to me 3 years ago, and when I leave town, my memory of that space and what happened there will come with me. The space will be free again, storyless, for someone else to populate with their own experiences. I think I like it that way.